So I just got back from class about an hour ago.
Ooh, class.
And the class was Evolution of Consciousness, and we were talking tonight about Carl Jung's depth psychology, and the relationship of the ego to the unconscious. And it got me thinking a lot about why it is that I've uploaded hundreds of videos to YouTube in the past few years.
What we strive in.
And
it's
at least from my conscious
going through
perspective, from the perspective of the personality which is speaking in this particular moment, it seems that I've attempted in my videos to lay bare the unconscious need to recognize our fundamental wholeness and unity.
Something is not in the wholeness of oneness.
In all of my videos, I try to express my thoughts and feelings as honestly as possible.
Without full knowing
I really don't like
of what you're doing exactly.
having to remake the same video over again, because then it takes on this quality of insincerity and sort of it's not as authentic, because I'm repeating what I said before, and I actually just tried to record this video, and there was some error, so I'm now recording it again for the second time, and of course I'm saying different things than I said the first time, but at the same time I'm trying to convey the same message again, and the fact that I'm repeating it throws this loop on the process where I become more self-conscious about what it is exactly that I'm trying to do. And I think for anyone that takes the numinous or the spiritual or the divine seriously, anyone that does that must also recognize the influence of the unconscious on our conscious motivations, because as Jung describes consciousness, it's really an archetype of the unconscious. And so while we may consciously think we're in control of the decisions we make on a day-to-day basis, and the people that we enter relationships with, and we're in control generally, that's actually an illusion.
At this
if
moment
there's
in
any
time, we're
control
integrating
at all,
the dark
it's
into
in
the
the
light, and the
hands
light
of the
into the dark.
unconscious,
This is the
which
moment
our
in time that
conscious
we
attention
exist in. This is nothing
within.
more than what we see and what we do and what we are.
And
what I mean by that
for
is
the past
that
few thousand years,
no matter what
consciousness
action we're
has been
doing, good or bad,
struggling
it's still a
vehemently
reflection of the whole.
to separate
And within
itself
this
more and more
reflection,
from the unconscious.
it comes into being that all things exist and all things will exist. And
Increased
so
rate
therefore,
of the invention
there is
of
no
new
such thing as
technologies
good and bad.
is a manifestation of this on the material plane. Consciousness trying
and
to gain
everything that we do
a
in
greater
today's
handle
world is an
on
attempt
natural
to lay bare
instincts
the
and on the
unconscious
natural
working
cycles
within
of the
our psyche.
biosphere. And
This is just what we are now.
in
Because
the process,
of the vibration state
because
that we
consciousness has
exist
been in
because
such a
of the
rush
vibration ideas
to
that
differentiate
we exist in,
itself
this is just
from the
what we are.
unconscious, it's ended up destroying its own body.
We are a collective
It's
history,
ended up
collective
disassociating itself
understanding
from
of
nature.
everything
And
of us. And so that
I
can
think
go into
the
many
only
possible
way
ways
to
of
heal this wound, because really we are, as human beings, as conscious, civilized 21st century human beings, in a sense we're wounded animals. We've inflicted great pain upon that part of ourselves which is natural, for lack of a word, biological. We've inflicted pain upon it by producing culture, by trying to restrain instinct and civilize ourselves. And that's not to say that this process wasn't somehow necessary. But having arrived at the point where we have arrived today, it seems that a certain degree of reintegration is necessary. I mean, we're on the verge of the collapse of a certain structure of civilization. And it's forcing us to face the unconscious.
conscious
face
level
chaos, to
verbalizing
face the
am
unknown, the mystery,
at the moment.
the numinous.
To lay
And I think
to lay
at least
bare
on this
the unconscious
level
working
that I'm
of my
verbalizing at
psyche.
the moment, that my
So that
experience
we
on
all
YouTube
can
over the
recognize
past few
that
years has been an attempt to lay bare
because the
the
unconscious
unconscious
is
workings of my psyche,
the conscious,
such that
and
those
it
watching
is a
could recognize
consciousness
their own
that
unconscious.
we all share. We all
Because,
share this
at least as far as Jung's
collection
concerned,
and
the
connection.
unconscious is collective.
This
We
is
share
just part of the biological
experience
creature, the magnetic vibration
of
creature
collective
of
history.
light.
Obviously, biological
We
evolution
all really came from one.
is pretty well proven that all of us, organisms, arose from a single
DNA
original
code
parent cell.
helices
And
contains
so the experience of the last 4 billion
the
years of
insights
life on this planet
of the human
is
race.
contained within each one of us. And we share it. And while we may be
The
individuals
idea
on the level of our
of not
separate
sharing
bodies from the time of birth until
is completely
now,
not true. We share with
the
every
vast
action.
majority of that which composes
idea.
our being is shared. And even with our
This is
separate
where
bodies,
we are.
we
And
come to
the only
speak the
place to
same
move
language. We live
from
in the
here
same
is
world, on the
forward.
same planet. We depend on the
no
same natural
reason
resources,
to look back
the same
into
structures, the
anything.
same social structures, the same
Because looking
economy,
back is a way of not looking at now.
and
And
so
now
forth.
is
So
this, what we see now in 2008
we're all in this
going
together,
into
and
2009.
I think
And the
part of the
purpose
problem
of all this is to
of
bring
contemporary
forth the unconscious, bring forth the knowing of the unconscious.
Western society, or
And
even say Western at this
that
point,
brings
is kind
forth
of a misnomer, because we
a
are a
knowing within inside
globalized
yourself
system. We are a planetary
know
society at
that
this
we
point.
aren't separate.
East and West have
We
met
come from
and
one
married.
single.
There's some kinks to be worked out, but it's 2008, 2009 almost, and
This is just what we do.
we are a single human planet at this moment, even if many of us don't recognize it yet.
We are
In the
wounded
future, they'll look
creatures.
back and say, oh yeah,
We
in
have lost
2008 they were
control
already
of our reality.
planetary.
One of the things that we
Homo
have to
sapiens.
figure out is that
So
the main program of the game
I think our
is that
task
this game ends.
right now, what the
When
unconscious is calling us
It's
to
so
do,
not true.
is recognize
The game
our
never ends.
relationship
The game is
to
only
it
just now
as conscious
beginning.
entities,
By
because
becoming conscious
again,
aware of
we've
what we
worked
are,
so hard
then that's a beginning.
to separate
This is
and distinguish
not
ourselves,
conscious
that we've
aware
damn
of
near
our body.
disassociated ourselves,
What we
which
can
it's
do
not
with our
entirely
body and
possible
mind.
to do that.
This
Because
is the conscious
consciousness
awareness
is
of
an
everything
archetype
that you
of the
are.
collective unconscious. But we've gotten very close to that, and as a result, the biosphere is on the verge of collapse. Human society is on the verge of collapse.
Honesty with oneself
the
is
food that
a
we
love
eat
for
to
oneself.
supply our bodies with energy is,
The only fear, there
you
is no
almost can't even
fear.
call it food. It's edible, but it's not exactly food. So we've so separated the mind from the
The
body,
main
to put it in
program
another language,
From the people who
that
want
if
to
we
keep
don't
you
turn
in
back
line.
and recognize where we came from, we are going to go extinct. We're going to commit collective suicide. And
We never know where one is
what
coming
this-
from.
this all
It only
means, what this
resonates within our vibration, within our
is
molecules.
realizing of the relationship
And
between
then,
the ego and the
therefore, that's what
unconscious,
transforms us.
what it means,
This is
and
all.
what it requires,
Everything that you see around you
is that we become
is just
more
a
honest
deception of your senses.
with
The
ourselves,
unconscious is
that
everything.
we stop hiding,
And
that we stop
we
being
have to
fearful
merge conscious
of
with the unconscious
of death.
to understand
For
it.
one
The
thing, at an
unconscious
unconscious
controls the
level,
law
each of
of
us
attraction.
recognizes that
Everything
death
that
is merely a
bring into
transformation.
your life, good or
Only
bad,
consciousness
the
fears it
unconscious
as some
has done
kind of an ultimate
to
end.
the law of attraction. This is simply it, and this is simply all that
But I think
we have to say.
I've
at
said
this
enough,
point.
and even
Be
if
in
you don't
peace,
understand
be in love,
where I'm coming from at
be in
all on a
harmony with
conscious,
all your
rational
thoughts
level,
and all your
hopefully I've
blessings of what
reached
you do.
into your psyche deeper than that conscious, rational level,